Well, a group representing restaurants across the country is asking for more federal payouts to manage the pandemic this fall and winter. This as Ontario restaurants still operating with restrictions, while other industries are thriving in full capacity settings. Restaurants Canada, which represents the country's food service industry, is asking the Trudeau government to extend subsidies in order to keep the industry alive.
2 of my locations, 18 months in, are still closed.
We've lost over 10% of our locations permanently.
I used to have 142 staff. Now I have 95 staff.
The group says about 90,000 restaurants face an uncertain future, with 70% relying on government support. In Ontario, where patio season is coming to a close, indoor dining is still restricted to keep tables 6 feet apart despite mandatory vaccine certification checks.
Through the blue paint, they score!
This at Scotiabank Arena is gearing up to welcome a full house. Nearly 20,000 screaming vaccinated fans for the Maple Leafs season opener tomorrow night.
Pretty disappointing once again to see Doug Ford, help out his buddies, the big fish, while the little guys are left to suffer once again.
Well, you can't eat outside in the middle of winter, so sure, I'd eat inside.
I believe that so many other places have opened up, and people should be given the option. If they want to eat indoors, they should be able to.
At the Village Square in Burlington, only a handful of restaurants are still operating on normal schedules. While Paradiso looks packed, it could be busier.
Well, normally I used to be a capacity of 180, and now I'm at 83. It's not an easy thing going on because you have places like Scotiabank and the arenas allowing full capacity, where we are still only at 6 feet apart, whatever capacity that gives you at 6 feet apart.
Almost every restaurateur wants to have full capacity back for indoor dining. However, finding the waitstaff to serve those customers, that's another problem. Canada's hotel and food industries continue to struggle to meet pre-pandemic employment levels. About 27,000 combined jobs in the industries were lost in September.
A lot of people, we found more in the kitchen than we did the front of house, that the people in that industry are no longer in the industry. So the demand for people who have the skills to work in the kitchen is very, very high, and nobody wants to come back to the industry because if it does get shut down again, then again they're out of a job and trying to make ends meet.
When asked why the discrepancy in capacity limits, the Ministry of Health says the medical officer of health, quote, will continue to monitor the data and evaluate when it may be safe to consider lifting limits in other settings. Dr. Kieran Moore is expected to address reporters on Thursday.